Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our podcast. Hope you guys have been following along with us on our Merit of the Seas series. Our last video, or actually episode, was at Nassau, Bahamas. Mm-hmm. So if you saw that, we didn't do much.
And if you didn't see it and you want to see us not do much, check out our YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. Well, actually, we docked in Nassau the night before.
Oh, yeah, we did, for a medical emergency.
Yeah, so from Coco Key to Nassau.
It's like 3 hours.
We literally booked it over there.
Yeah.
And the islands are really close. But, yeah, there was a medical emergency, had to get someone off the ship. So we totally booked it.
And we were told that we were going to go back out and just circle around because the thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the shops are closed if you're docked because the shops are duty-free. And if you are docked, then you're in that country, so you would have to pay duty. A lot of the bars are closed. The casino is closed, which is a big deal. Now, you can get drinks if you're on the drink package. So we were back at the schooner bar getting drinks off of our drink package. But we did not end up going back out. So the casino was closed for 24 hours, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because then we were in Nassau all day.
Right.
And we didn't leave till like 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah, that's right. That evening.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, actually, we left after that because they told us we didn't have to get back on the ship until 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, which is crazy.
Yeah, and it was a pretty light ship that night, assuming that people were dining outside of the ship in Nassau, which...
I don't know why you would.
I mean, it's sad, right? But I think we had expectations to walk around the port and kind of enjoy the local area, but it didn't sit right with us. And I don't know if it's a product of people struggling because the entire world is so different than it was 2 years ago, and that those cruise ships bring in so much income for them. Just not the most comfortable environment for me, at least. I think others enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of hustlers once you get off the ship. And one other interesting thing too, they currently in the Bahamas,
yes,
you had to wear a mask
outside.
Inside and outside.
Yeah.
So I think one of the people checking outside said there were, COVID police.
Yeah, there was a group that was in charge of making sure that you were wearing your mask. And now, normally, from what I remember, if you walk around the port and you try and enter back, you just have to show your proof of being on a ship.
Your CPAS card.
Well, we got back and somebody with not a very good attitude was asking for our proof of identification.
Yeah.
And I started to freak out a little bit because I didn't bring a purse with me. I didn't bring a purse with me on the ship at all. And I had been using my phone case as it has the card holder. So that's what I've been using. And I started freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have it. But then it clicked. It was like, well, I have to have it because I didn't bring a purse with me and I put it in my phone. But I freaked out for a little bit. Like, I wasn't expecting to need that identification. I don't think Michael was either.
No, I wasn't either. In fact, luckily, I brought my wallet with me.
Yeah. You were talking about not bringing it with you.
Yeah, because usually the past few days you could just use your CPAS card to pay for whatever. But, I was like, okay, well, we're in the Bahamas in case we need something. I'll just bring my wallet.
Yeah.
And luckily I had it. So
we were already on edge from not having a great experience walking around. And then that happened. It was like, oh my gosh, get me back on the ship.
and we knew going into it that there's a lot of people out there that tend to stay on the ship when they're in that port.
Yeah.
If you don't have an excursion. Now, if you have an excursion, I'm sure it's perfectly fine. And there's plenty of things to do in the Bahamas. So
just nothing that really spoke to us.
Yeah. And there was also a lot of construction at the port. And I think a lot of it is that, and they just started too. So a lot of it is expanding the port to create more shops and just a better experience when you're at the port.
Yeah.
So hopefully in the future that will be
hopefully it improves.
a little bit nicer experience. But yeah, there was just a bunch of hustlers for braiding your hair and taxi cab service. But it was whatever.
One of the hair braiders, actually, it's kind of funny in hindsight. She comes up to me and she says, "Pretty girl, can I let me braid your hair?" And I said, "Oh, no, I'm fine." And normally if you tell somebody that's enough. And she says, "I'm vaccinated. You have nothing to worry about." I was like, "That's not what I'm worried about." And then she went on and she says, "I'm the best. Like I'm recommended." And we kept walking, and she was not stopping. And so I was like, oh my gosh.
But anyway, we were out there for 30 minutes at most.
Yeah.
And then got back on the ship. So we really didn't have any footage of being out on the port other than some construction stuff that I saw.
A lot of the people, when we were walking around, kept asking Michael what he was going to do with his camera. And it was like, hopefully nothing.
I felt fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were.
No, I was not happy.
Very uncomfortable.
Not happy. But we got back on the ship safely.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny because we were walking back to our stateroom, and the stateroom attendant asked if we were going on an excursion. And we were like, no, we actually just got back on the ship. We're done.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, but our stateroom attendant is Filipino too. Yes. So,
but again, we went to the pool deck, and there was a movie playing, and I took a nap.
Yep.
And then
I watched the movie.
There was a hot dog stand, the doghouse, and I decided, I think there's a nuance of being on a cruise where you might not eat all the time at home, but the food is so available on a cruise that that's all I think about is eating when I'm on a cruise. So I wasn't necessarily hungry, but I really wanted to try a hot dog. Mm-hmm. So I go up to the stand and I ask him if he can make a gluten-free hot dog. And he told me that he didn't have any gluten-free buns, but if I went inside the Windjammer and got a gluten-free bun, hot dog bun, that he could use that. And I was like, well, that's kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do, because I can just get the hot dog bun and the hot dog wiener in the Windjammer. Mm-hmm. So I ended up sitting back down. And then, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes later, I was thinking, well, there's ice cream right there, and they can do ice cream in a bowl. And so I go up there and I ask him if I could get ice cream in a bowl. And he told me, "Oh, are you gluten-free?" And I said, yes. And he goes, "Well, you have to go inside the Windjammer and get a bowl." And I was like, this is totally defeating the convenience that I'm looking for. So didn't get a bowl, sat back down. And then maybe 10 minutes later, we went inside the Windjammer and got a hot dog.
No, I thought we went to get pizza.
Oh, we did get pizza, but then I was hungry after the pizza.
And then we got hot dogs. Yeah, so we got pizza first.
Yes. Yeah. So we did get pizza at the cafe or Promenade Cafe or Cafe Promenade.
Yeah.
And I asked him about the gluten-free, and he said yes.
That guy was Filipino too.
Yeah. And then Michael asked about dairy-free. And so he was going to have to make 2 special orders. Mm-hmm. And so I asked for gluten-free with cheese and pepperoni, and Michael asked for regular crust with no cheese and pepperoni. And so the pizza comes out, and Michael's is correct, and mine is gluten-free with just cheese. And I was like, well, I'm not going to complain about it. Like, I can eat a cheese pizza. And then somebody else comes out and said is yours correct? And I said, well, technically I ordered it with pepperoni, but it's not that big of a deal. And he asked if I wanted the pepperoni. And I told him that if he just brought out some pepperonis to the table, then I could just add it to the pizza. And then he decided he was going to make me a fresh pizza, or maybe not a fresh pizza, but add it to the pizza that I already had. So
yeah, I think he was the manager of that area.
Yeah, and we wanted to get, or I wanted to get a gluten-free beer.
Oh yeah,
but again, since we were in Port, that the place that had the gluten-free beer was closed.
Barnacle and Barrel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was closed.
So yes, after we ate our pizza, I waited a few minutes and I looked at Michael and I said, "I'm hungrier now than before I ate the pizza." And Michael asked what I wanted, and I said French fries.
That's right. We did. So we went to the Windjammer and got some French fries
and hot dogs.
And that's when you got your gluten-free bun.
And so they brought out an individually wrapped hot dog bun, and they also gave me a hamburger bun, which I was like, if I hadn't have eaten the pizza, I probably could eat both, but I really just want the hot dog. So I kind of just had the bun
with no
randomly
patty.
Sitting on my
It was
plate.
weird. Man, I don't remember what we did after that. We took a nap.
Took a nap.
Oh.
And then got ready for dinner. And I think that's the night that, because that was formal night.
Formal night, yes.
And woke up and it was like 4:45 or something. And dinner was at 5:30. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
We have to get ready.
Yeah. And then, on formal, actually every night before dinner, there's always areas where you could take formal pictures, if you will. So we were dumb enough to do that, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But so we had dinner. Dinner was fine. You got
that's the night that I got 2 desserts.
Yes.
Because I ordered the chocolate custard. And so the head waiter comes out and says, "Miss Claire, can I offer you a gluten-free chocolate cake and gluten-free cheesecake?" And I said, "Oh, no. Like, I ordered the custard. I'll stick with the custard." And so he's like, "Okay." So he walks away. And then before dessert comes out, he comes and says, "Miss Claire, there is actually an issue with the custard." And the person that was in charge of putting in the order is sick, and it didn't get put in correctly. And I said, "Okay, that's fine. No problem." And he said, "Can I offer you a gluten-free chocolate cake and gluten-free cheesecake?" And I said, "Sure, that sounds fine." And he says, "I promise you will have the chocolate custard tomorrow." I said, "Okay, that's fine." So they bring out the chocolate cake, which was great, and the gluten-free cheesecake, which was just the cream cheese part without a crust. And I really like the crust part of the cheesecake.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, "Oh wow, you got a cheesecake with the
crust removed." But we ended up splitting the cheesecake, and I enjoyed the chocolate cake.
I don't remember what I got. Chocolate mousse pie or mudslide pie.
Mississippi mud pie.
Oh yeah. Which I don't know why I got.
Which was very surprising. You were very adventurous.
That's probably why I ate your cheesecake instead.
So the next night comes around, and it's time for dessert, and I'm expecting my chocolate custard, and our normal waiter brings a cheesecake with no crust.
The same thing.
And the gluten-free chocolate cake. And so I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I enjoyed the cake. So I ate the cake. I ate a couple. The cake had a lot of extra chocolate syrup on it. And so I put some of that on the cheesecake. It still didn't help the cheesecake for me.
You got ice cream too.
I did get ice cream. And then the head waiter brings out the chocolate custard.
Yeah.
So he said there was another miscommunication.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But it was still a good experience.
But I guess going back to that night after dinner, that's when, so we had a lot going on that night.
The last night?
No, the formal night. We were in Nassau.
That's when we went to the ice show.
We did. Okay, yes, we went to the ice show. I don't remember what it's called. Big Top.
Ice under the big top, I think.
Yeah, so that was good.
It was very good, very impressive.
So, which is really impressive to see an ice skating ring.
Yeah.
On a cruise ship.
Yeah, that's very odd.
So that was a good show, much better than the production in the Royal Theater.
Did we do something else that night?
Yeah, we did. And then we went back to the Schooner Bar and met two couples.
Oh,
one
my gosh.
from Kentucky.
Yes.
And
yes.
we're just having shots with this couple.
Yeah.
And it was weird though, because remember, she ran.
She just walked up to us.
What did she say?
She goes, "Are you guys YouTubers?" And we were like, "Technically, yes." And she points over at her friend and said that he recognized us. And we were like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Somebody recognized us.
So that was weird.
But we were a little worried that he might have thought we were a different YouTuber.
Yeah. But that's okay. Kentucky, you can still subscribe to us.
Yes. They were good people.
Yeah. That was a good time. I don't remember what else we did.
Then we went to karaoke.
Karaoke. That was funny.
Yes.
That was a good time there too. But I think that was the same night we also went to the adult comedian show or something.
Oh, yeah.
So we had like 3 things or something that night.
I forgot how busy that was. Yeah. The adult comedian, which we actually saw on January of 2020.
Yeah. Same guy. Still funny.
Don Gray, I think is his name.
Yeah. That was a good time. My goodness, though, and then after that, about had it.
Yeah, it was late.
That
show didn't start till 11, I think.
Oh yeah, so we didn't get out of there till like midnight, and probably didn't get back to the room till 12:30.
Yeah,
I don't think we went back to the Schooner Bar after that.
I don't think so.
So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed our debrief and our video of Nassau, Bahamas. Again, we didn't do much, so let us know down in the comments below what you guys like to do in Nassau. So next time we stop in that port, who knows when that might be. We'll book something. We're always looking to looking at new excursions, especially for Nassau, since that was the first time we've been there.
Yeah.
But we opted obviously not to do an excursion there. So
yeah, I
think we will next time.
Yeah, to get more of an experience of the island.
So when that is, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, good, because I don't know either.
All right, guys. We'll definitely catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.